All right, good morning. This is Charles with the Exodus Logistics Learning Center. Dispatcher 101 training for beginners. This is a consultation with the Wilsons. Dispatcher 101. It is recorded. It'll be part of my website and stuff. So let me make myself known. So outside of the trainings, what kind of questions were you guys having? I didn't know you wanted to
we have a lot of questions more on how to set up to get the business going. Like the first question is we're trying to start the LLC part, because at first we were going through, what was that company, Kevin? What was the company that you originally wanted to do the LLC through? Well, anyways, it was $700, and my daughter, she kind of looked at it too and said, okay, that's way too much. I can do it yourselves. Well, we went on and tried to do it, ourselves, but it was a lot of questions that we had. So we were trying to see who would be the, best way to set this LLC part up, because give us a whole list. We see this, Secretary of State, which is us doing it ourselves, and then he tried LegalZoom. That was the one that was $700. What would be your suggestion as far as who should we do the LLC through?
Well, if you want to try your local Secretary of State first to set your business up, because all you need is get your business license and articles of corporate. What state are you guys in?
Florida.
Okay, so you would go. Let's start with Google, right? Set up corporate stuff. Start an LLC in Florida. Make your business official. So that's LegalZoom. Okay. You got some other ones, but some basic steps to starting a business in Florida. So decide on the business structure, such as a DBA or an LLC. I'm assuming you guys are doing LLC.
Yes, we're doing LLC.
Okay, so that answers question 1 right there on this right here. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So then question 2, you got to choose a business name, right? We
have that already.
Okay. So whatever the business name, LLC, right?
Yes, it's TJ Stars Logistics LLC.
Okay. So, and then you register your business with your state, so we can go there, and then you apply for your EIN number. To apply for your EIN number, you're going to go to the irs.gov website, because you have to have a business set up before you can get the EIN number. Okay. So what you guys got? So you've already decided on your structure, which is an LLC. You already got your business name. So what you got to do is register your business with the state, right? So So
we go to registering the business with the state. Business with state.
So then you just go to your start a business division of corporations in Florida right here. DOS, and what I'll do is I'll click that, and I can copy this and put it in the chat for you guys to have here.
Okay.
So there's the official website to start a business, the direct link to it, and the register your business, So those are the steps, right? You research, start.
So that's easy to do. I do referrals all day, so I can handle that part up.
All right. What you got next?
So then the next question is, let's see, phone, we know we have to have, we already bought the printer. We're trying to figure out how to work it with the phone and fax. My husband's saying we don't necessarily need a fax, but I thought we needed all 3: email, fax, and phone. So do we just get a business phone to include the fax, where we have a fax part of it too, or what?
And your husband's right. Starting out, you probably don't need a phone line or anything like that. You can do an e-fax, electronic fax, set up an e-fax account. Yeah, you can set up an eFax account where everything can come through your email.
Okay, yeah, that's what I do with my work email.
Yep. And then once your business grows, you can decide to scale. You can decide to scale to get a landline into your house, or something like Ring Central.
Okay.
Ring Central is like a voice over IP. So
Ring Central.
yeah, Ring Central uses voice over IP. So it uses your internet line and it splits the line and uses it as a phone line and internet service. But it's called voice over IP. So that's what it uses, Ring Central. And like $12 a month, 30-day trial. You can, but that comes later. You probably don't want to do that now. You kind of put the cart before the horse in that regard, so.
Okay.
But when you get to a point where you decide you're interested, then yes. Okay. So I would look into like an eFax setup to start as far as, and let me do that, eFax free, which is an online faxing service.
Okay. All right. eFax.
Yeah, I'm copying that link and putting that in the chat as well. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So we just talked about the phone, and let's see. Email. We got the website and the email covered. So the next thing is we were looking at, once we finish the class. I know the two biggest things you said is the cold calls and the truck stops, like going to the truck stops to put, pass flyers out and getting permission from whatever truck stop we had.
And you don't have to wait till you finish the class. You can do that while you're in training. You can train at the same time because the process is going to take you to get a carrier may be just as long as it does to train. So while you're training at the same time, some of the points that you get in training, you can apply while you're at the truck stops, just to see if they work. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you can do it at the same time, simultaneously, because this is ongoing training. It's a log in, learn as you go. You have access to the back office. The live trainings with me are Wednesday nights at 6, Saturday afternoons at 12, and Sundays at 11 Eastern. But outside of that, you have access to everything in the back office portal, and you can utilize those resources while you're training and learning at the same time, going after the carriers either locally at the truck stops, which is probably the number one way to do it because you see them in person. Number two, of course, is the different techniques to cold call. The truck search feature of Truckers Path. Have you started going through the different techniques in module 1 as far as cold calling and things like that?
We looked at it, started studying, writing down, taking notes as, trying to read it, to see how you do things and what you suggest in different ways. Because I also see that you said, putting yourself out there with your family and friends, helping you. We were going to get T-shirts made for like our family. So like when we go to the truck stop, we'll have on T-shirts, exactly what we kind of there for, and put them on our kids and our a couple of family members as well around that could possibly run into truckers.
That's a good idea. Who's your T-shirt company? I need to make some mass production T-shirts, because I'm putting out some.
It's a young lady here now. Well, one of my old coworkers. She has a T-shirt business. I can get her information for you and send it to you.
Yeah. So does she drop ship all over the country, or?
Oh yeah. She'll send them to wherever you are.
Yeah, just have her contact me, or and reach out to me, and I want to see what she got going on. We'll see her portfolio. But advertising your business like that. That's a good idea. So truck stops is number 1.
Yes.
Cold calling is a second method where we use different things to cold call with. We use the truck search feature of Truckers Path. I don't know if you guys had a chance to actually go into detail with that or not yet.
Not quite yet, because we both still work full time. So this is something we're trying to do. Well, we're going to kind of work full time the next 2 months and try to get out of one of us stop working by July and just doing this full time.
Okay.
And slowly get the other one out.
So are you targeting the 3 major equipment types, or do you have a specialty that you're looking at to dispatch for?
We're gonna do all 3. We're gonna do all 3. The flatbed, the refrigerator, and what's that other one?
Drive-in.
Drive. Yeah.
Okay. So our first is, let's see, and under cold calling, I can, we can go to the trucker's path load board. So that's one of the 4 features of the cold calling category. Okay. And logging into there, and everything that's in here you have access to. And let's see, I'm gonna go to tools and resources and select the safer website image, because I use the safer website image in conjunction with the truck search feature in order to vet the carriers out to make sure that they're not part of a brokerage.
Okay, yes.
Because that's double broker. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So in safer, so that's one resource. Let me log out of this real quick. My email. So that's one resource. A second resource is under tools and resources, I believe Quick Transport Solutions is under here, and there it is right there. So you click that image.
Okay. All
right. A third resource is on Trucker's Edge. There's something called the DAT directory. I'm just gonna bring it up. I want to open up all 4 resources so I can show it to you. Okay. So under the DAT directory, when you log into DAT Trucker's Edge, you're gonna go to Tools, and Tools, drop down, and then select DAT directory, and it opens up. DAT stands for DAT, dial a truck. Okay, so let me log out of this part so I can get out this here. And then the 4th one is the Fmcsa Registry, which is through the Safer website.
Safer. Okay.
Right. So, but let me do Quick Transport Solutions first so I can get that off the screen. So when you come to Quick Transport Solutions, which is one of the resources you use to call potential carriers to dispatch for, on the far right-hand side along the top, you see where it says resources, right? Right there. Okay. You click resources, and it drops down here. You say search trucking companies under resources.
Okay.
Okay. And then you get this menu option here. You can select a specific city and state. I'm going to select just the state of Florida. Let's just say we want to find carriers in Florida for you. We leave the companies blank because we want to get a result of all the options, not just a specific company. Truck and trailers, any 1 to 5. You want to start small with your dispatching company. So anywhere between 1 and 5 trucks, 1 and 5 trailers for the company. Operations, interstate.
Interstate.
Okay.
Because you have interstate, intrastate.
Interstate.
Interstate is the ones you want to go. Those are the over-the-road carriers. Okay.
Right.
And now you hit search. And now you get a result set of page 1 of page 14, 498 results. So these are the 498 results. So these are the companies. This is just an advertisement right here. So all these companies, right? You just scroll down, and then there's different pages. So like 14 pages total. But in each case, you see a little bit of information, like Christian Transport, their contact information. They have one truck, one driver, their MC DOT number. So you can actually take their MC and go through Safer under the MC option. You got DOT, MC, and the name. You can select the MC option because that's the one we copied, and then enter their information. And they're not authorized. You see that big bold? So you don't even bother them. So
wow, okay.
Right. But the issue with, sometimes the issue with, and I'll say this, the issue with Quick Transport Solutions is some of these companies may not either be authorized or they may even be out of business. So you may want to do that cross-reference through Safer, because Safer is your you know, for lack of a better word, your safety net to kind of make sure that everything is a go. Like this one's not authorized, you see. So it's kind of a hit or miss with Quick Transport Solutions because they haven't really updated their site. Let me go to page like 5 and see. So I'm on page 5 now. I'm gonna select another one, and they're out here. Select the MC. So, and they're not authorized. So what I do, I know, right? So I'm gonna get out of Safer. I'm gonna go to DAT directory. So let's go to the DAT directory. That's enough. So that's why I have 4 options, because one may work over the other one or not. So. So under that directory, you got these tabs: search directory, my office, manage reputation, carrier watch. So search directory, under here, I'm going to select research new business partners.
Okay.
And that opens up. I'm going to leave company name blank, company type. I'm looking for carriers. So I'm going to select carrier. And then city and state, you got to select the city and state here or else it won't work. So I'm going to select the state of Florida. And I'm gonna leave city blank just in case we do come up with something. The radius, I'm gonna say 150-mile radius and see if it'll do it. So let's see, it requires a city. So what city are you guys, what major city are you guys in?
Tampa.
Okay. And then hit search. So now your results, your search has resulted in more than 500 matches, okay? So you got 500 matches here. Right, all these options. If you notice this white space over here, it's not going to come up with their information until you click on one of the companies. So let's click on Two Brothers Trucking. Click that, and now it gives you information about Two Brothers. Their interest, but their intrastate only. So, so let's click another. Two Girls Trucking. Okay, so their company type, they are a carrier. And you can still do your MC number lookup for them in Safer just to see, you know, copy that, go to Safer just to, you know. So they are authorized. They got 1 truck and 1 driver, 2020. So they're kind of a young company. But how would we know, unless we call them, how would we know what equipment type they drive? Well, in that directory, it kind of tells you that if you know, look at the information. So they got general information section, their MC, their interstate, 1 power unit, 1 driver, right? Okay. Their business and mailing address, which are different. So the commodities they haul, what do they haul? General freight. So if they haul general freight, what of the 3 major equipment type, what equipment type hauls general freight? Which one of those?
That would be dry.
That would be driving. That's correct. So now, just taking that guess, but you can still go down to it should have an equipment section right here.
That is.
So it tells you over here, they have two reefers. So you can put reefers in there too, because you can use a reefer. You can turn off the reefer unit and use it as a driver. So, and they have an air ride trailer with E-Tracks on their reefer trailer. So they got 2 power units, 2 teams. So that tells you. So this information that tells you the states that they go to. They operate in Georgia, Florida, and New Jersey. So they must got a lane that takes them from either Georgia or Florida all the way up to New Jersey and back. Those are. I mean, so this is information in here that you can get about. They're African American and minority type African American. So they are a small group company. So if you click on another one, and Hialeah, AAN Trucking, they're intrastate only. So I'll go away from them. ABR Logistics, they are a carrier. And make sure the company type says just carrier, because you might see something that says carrier/broker. Stay away from them. So these commodities they haul, special commodities, they haul flowers, but they haul general freight, produce, dry bulk, refrigerated goods, beverages, paper. So you might say a reefer or a dry van in this case, because of the commodity type. So you can kind of guess, take a educated guess based off of what they haul, the commodities that go in that trailer, as to what equipment type that they haul. Okay. And in this case, they got 3 reefers. So there you go right there. They're equipment types and the quantity of them. So that's how you use the DAT directory to look up companies. Okay. And I'm going to send you, this recording, obviously. So that's the second one. Quick Transport Solutions, the DAT directory. The main one we use, of course, is the truck search feature. Right. And have you guys, well, some of you guys used this before, right?
Yes, I tried it.
Okay, so let's just say you want to target Florida. I'm just going to just select Florida for the 3 major equipment types. And I'm going to satisfactory only, and then hit search. So there's 7 drivers in Florida right now. Let's open that up and not just say Florida, let's say everywhere, because you want to expand your horizons. So 7 became 159.
Wow.
In each case, so now you got their equipment types, you got their satisfactory rating, all of them, and you got their information, their phone number. This person posted a minute ago. You can expand to get their MC or DOT number just to make sure that they are not part of a brokerage by looking at their safer information. And their entity type is just carrier, which is cool. But they're a large trucking company. I would stay away from them right now because they're 40 trucks, right? So you just simply go back and do the next one, or so on and so forth, right? You expand that one.
Okay.
Okay. And then copy their MC into safer, search. And they're a large trucking company, 71.
Yeah.
So starting out, I recommend like 1 to 5. Small companies handle 1 to 5, right? And that should keep you busy. If you're maintaining 5 trucks, dispatching for them at whatever percentage you're dispatching for, there we go. Here's one person. Okay, this is one person, and they are just a carrier. And this person has a reefer. So yeah, if you can maintain 1 to 5 trucks, and you're averaging, I don't know, $600 a week dispatching, they're grossing $6,000. You're grossing at least $6,000 a week for them, booking loads maybe 3 days a week, maybe 3 days a week at 10%, let's say. So that's 600 to you.
Right.
600, and you got 600 times 5, that's 3,000 a week.
Yes.
And that's just 5 carriers. So it should be easy to maintain 5 carriers. What happens if you get those carriers on what's called a dedicated lane? You don't have to dispatch them no more because they always know where they're picking up. They'll always know when they're delivering. You just sit back and collect your percentage. So now you can expand and scale your business and bring on other carriers, and even put them in the lanes of the dedicated lane, but that comes in time. Okay. All right. Mrs. Wilson, what other questions you have?
I'm the one got the questions. I think that's kind of, because I had another question, but I don't really know how to ask it. It's like, I know you're telling us to, call people and to go out to the truck stops and
you can also market on social media platforms too, like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, things like that. Once you get your business
going. But what my question is, how do you tell them, what would you tell them that you offering them? Getting them, where they no longer have to worry about finding their next load. What am I?
Okay, so I'm a carrier. I'm a carrier. You just called me. I just picked the phone up, and what would you say to me? I'm a carrier. I'm a new carrier. You did all your research on me. You determined, okay, I'm gonna give this person a call. They met my preliminary requirements, so I'm gonna give them a call and see if I can get them to have me as their dispatcher. So think about what you would say to me as a carrier in order to convince me, and keep this in mind. When every carrier you call, they're going to potentially ask you a question like, okay, well, what makes you different than the other thousands of dispatchers that call me? What can you provide that's different? And that's an honest question. You have to be able to answer that. Yes. So if you call me, what would you say to try to convince me to be my dispatcher?
I guess more or less like we're unique because we're there for you 24 hours a day. We're constantly looking for the best value of your drive to deliver loads. I
might want to write that down. Like I said. You might want to write that down. That sounds good, because you want to basically, so the point with that is you want to tell them exactly what they want to hear. So if you were a driver, what would you want to hear from a dispatcher? I'm always there when you call me. Every time I talk to a broker to book a load for you, I'm trying to get the best rate for that lane. I'm trying to go above the competitive spot market rates for the lane. I'm trying to get you a better rate, more money to your truck, because I understand expenses and things. And I handle all the back end setup for you as far as onboarding you with the brokers and with the broker carrier agreements, with the rate confirmations. So, we book, you drive. You focus on driving, let us focus on getting your next load for you. And that could be a motto,
Yeah. We book, you drive, yeah.
We book, you drive.
Right.
Because on the
straight and to the point.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's even better than what I was saying. Okay, yeah. You're gonna see that on our t-shirts probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
You focus on driving, we focus on keeping you. We focus on keeping your wheels rolling, you focus on rolling those wheels. Or something like that. Just think of it.
Yeah.
You move the truck, we keep the truck moving. That's even better. So different catchphrases, and drivers understand it without you getting technical with them.
Yeah, and we got to put, and that'd be something good for our flyers, because we're going to do flyers first. We plan on, our goal was to start going out April the 3rd to truck stops, because right here where we live, in this area, we have two that's not even 20 minutes away towards Tampa, and then we have two that's 30 minutes away towards Orlando. So we're going to try to hit those 4 on April the 3rd. We're going to go to all 4 and try to put flyers out that day. We probably might start before that, because my birthday the end of the month, and we're going to Daytona, so we might hit a couple truck stops up there in Daytona as well while we up there.
You go. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So you guys are in Tampa?
No, we're in Lakeland, Florida.
Okay. So truck stops near Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah.
So
yeah. See, those are the ones that we're talking about. Going to the Polk City one is the one we're going to Loves, because that's like right down the road. We're going to go to, let's see.
So you got TAs, you got Loves, Pilots.
Yeah, we're going to Pilots. Yeah, we're going to all of them.
I-4. Yeah, I-75, I-275, I-4. You got a ton of them in your area.
Yeah. That's why I said the first day we're going to hit those 4, and then each weekend we'll try to go to, maybe ones a little farther out, and because our plans is not just to pick carriers in Florida. If we can get carriers in from Oklahoma, we don't care. We just want to be able to make the money.
Yeah.
We just.
Okay. That's understandable.
Uh-huh.
So
Got any other questions?
So yeah, visit those truck stops, look them up. Of course, if you're gonna like pass out flyers or hang up posters on bulletin boards, just make sure that you clear it with the management in there. You know,
Yeah, we already know. We know that part already. Yeah.
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 That way there won't be any issues. So
Okay. So
right.
tomorrow we'll be. Yeah, I think we kind of, you answered what we need. Tomorrow we'll be on class on Wednesday for the beginners. We were out our league Sunday in that intermediate, but we still knew the answers to a lot of stuff. So we'll probably be on tomorrow night. We'll do the Wednesdays to try to learn as much as we can from brand new perspective. He knows a lot more because he's been studying it the past 3 months or so, but I haven't. I'm a social worker. He into this part of it.
Okay, no problem. No problem. All right. Any other questions?
All
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You kind of helped us with what we needed to get started with how to get this LLC stuff going, and you answered that thing about the phone and the fax where we needed to go. Yeah, you pretty much covered what we needed to kind of, you know, get an understanding on so that we can really wrap our hand around this and jump totally into what we need to do to get this business going.
Yeah, and
So
what I'll probably do too, I might come out with a new and improved business setup video from start to finish for people, ideas and stuff, so you can watch it on that particular page.
All right. All right.
From someone who from someone who conceived the idea of having a dispatch business until they actually get a business set up, what's everything in between, step by step by step. So
that's what we need. Yeah. That's what we need.
Now, I do have another question about the LLC. Now, registered agent, would that how would that work out?
You could be your own registered agent, or you can hire someone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, but and then also too, did you look at on here on the business setup for the annual fees for LLCs and the different lines and stuff?
Okay.
We know.
We got all that. No.
It's just setting it up because it's like so much on that the Secretary of State page, and he didn't know what we really needed to start out signing up with, because we can fill out forms. That's all I do all day long is fill out forms. So it was just which ones we really needed to do in order to get started.
Okay, that'll work.
All right, so I guess we will talk to you tomorrow on class then.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully I'll be there in time. I got to go look at a couple of houses too, but they're like 4 to 6, so I'm going to do that from 4 to 5 and then get back here and get started. So yeah, definitely.
House too? You trying to buy a house?
Rental properties.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead with your ass up.
That's it. Oh yeah, investing. That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Guys. You guys good?
Yes.
Yep. Take care, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. This is Charles once again with the Exodus Logistics Learning Center's Dispatcher 101 training for beginners. This was a consultation with the Wilsons, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. They had some preliminary questions about business startup, LLCs, EIN numbers, Secretary of States, and things like that. And then after that, they had questions about Module 1 as it relates to the different techniques to acquire carriers, either visiting truck stops, cold calling, the equipment types that we go after, showed them on Quick Transport Solutions, which is kind of outdated, the website, because when you cross-reference that with the Safer website, Safer is our safety net, essentially, then a lot of those MCs were like not authorized for whatever reason. But of course, you're not going to choose that carrier if they don't have an authorized authority. So we have Quick Transport Solutions, the truck search feature of Trucker's Path, we looked at a little bit. And then also we looked at DAT directory. I showed them some navigational skill sets in there. We didn't have a chance to look at, because of time, we didn't have a chance to look at the Fmcsa Registry for the new individuals who filed for their authority. in there. It's a database back there, a PDF. So, but at any rate, if you or someone you know have an interest in being a business owner in the transportation industry as a independent freight dispatcher or as a freight broker, you can reach out to us at 757-515-1684 or email exoduslogisticsllc@yahoo.com to get some information and advice, possibly join our Dispatcher 101 training for beginners or our Freight Broker 101 training for beginners. This is for those people who know very little, if anything, about dispatching, or very little, if anything, about freight brokering. So yeah, give us an opportunity. Do your due diligence. I strongly recommend that, even if it's not with this training platform. Just make sure that you have a series of questions that you want from a trainer in order to teach you. Again, if it's not from us, it's fine. But as long as you get satisfied your questions that you need to run your business efficiently and effectively, that's more important to me as to whether or not you actually come onto our portal. So again, 757-515-1684 and the exoduslogisticsllc@yahoo.com. That's my email and my personal cell number. So right here. So give us a call. I'm going to have a link to everything in the description of this video. It will be on YouTube and on our should be on our website as well, I believe, under consultations. So, all right, guys, for those who are members, I will see you guys tomorrow in our dispatch training. For those of you who are freight broker members, I will see you guys tonight. We are having a free Q&A session for the Freight Broker 101 training for beginners for those who are guests. And then we have normal students who are in our Freight Broker 101 training for beginners, our beginner level trainings. That's tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, guys, you have a safe day. Be safe out there. I look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy the rest of your week.